Hello, my beautiful Cancers and Cross Watchers. Welcome to Project Fev, Tarot and more. I'm Sharon, Intuitive Empath, and I'm here channeling the energy for Cancer for Mercury Retrograde period. And pre-meditative shuffle was a little intense. I'm just going to put it out there. You guys are in your feels and kind of in not a good way. In a good way, because it's going to render great results. You guys are going to benefit from this internal work that you're doing. But right now it's kind of hard going through it. And I think some of you are kind of coming to terms with the fact that a lot of it was self-inflicted, in that you've made some decisions or participated in some shadow behaviors where, you know, it's really triggered a lot of your fears and insecurities, and you're struggling, or you're really searching, kind of trying to clear the smoke of the situation to gain clarity, and it's just not happening. Okay, so there's like a haziness, or when I first channeled your energy, even my vision was, there's just a haziness, cloud cover, dense fog that you guys are in right now. That's okay. Accept that it's there and slow things down. That's what I feel. It's kind of sending the message that you just have to be a little more careful. You've slowed things down. You can't see clearly. And that's the representation of like what's going on for you guys right now. I do feel like that's representing itself for some Cancers in a life reading aspect. And it has to do with like your career and your job, or you know what's happening with that aspect. But then there is also I'm channeling some energies in very much the same way, having the same effect, because Cancer is just going through that in general, for you know how it's going to affect your love relationships and your romantic and endeavors. Okay, so I'll channel probably a little bit of back and forth. I do feel like there's a duality as a theme going on with this Mercury retrograde that's definitely presenting itself in the readings, where there's a little bit of, like this infinity symbol, which is, kind of funny because isn't that Pisces? But it's like, that's what's kind of happening, is bouncing back and forth between, trying to rectify whatever this energy is bringing up in the financial career world, and then also trying to balance that out with the emotional self and the energies that surround like romantic relationships and things. And that's definitely presenting itself in some of the previous reads that I've done today. I wouldn't expect that it's going to present itself any differently than that for your read. And it's at least at the very base of all of it, the energy that I seem to be channeling as a theme and as a trend is that duality that's playing out for us right now. So back to what's going on with you guys specifically, Cancers. This will resonate with a lot of you, not all of you. This is a general read, so it's the general collective energies that I'm picking up and channeling through for Cancer. Okay, so that when we get down to the specifics, it might not be your specific situation, but the general energies might still be there for you. Okay, so just figure out what resonates. And I did post a video, by the way, of how to recognize whether this resonates with you and what resonating really is. Okay, because there's a body of the tarot reading and kind of breaking down how tarot reads go as far as how they channel for me and the way that I interpret that intuitively, and how the verbiage gets kind of discussed and how it plays out in the read and in the spread. Okay, so go watch that video if you feel inclined to kind of connect with what resonates with you, or how to determine what of the tarot reading is something that's supposed to just confirm details for you, and then what of the tarot reading is really what's supposed to resonate with you and what resonance is. Okay, enough housekeeping. Let's channel into this haziness, into this low, thick, dense fog that's causing you to really slow down, pay closer attention, and got your high beams on. You guys got your high beams on? You're not supposed to use your high beams in fog, don't you know? So, what I also picked up is you guys are just drained. Your energy is just drained. You guys are feeling tired. You're needing more sleep. Yeah. Definitely feeling like, okay, Eight of Pentacles came out in reverse. Like, haven't I learned enough? Haven't I learned the lesson? I don't know. Did you? The Ace of Pentacles is in reverse. Did you learn? Have you learned enough about what's happening here? Have you learned the lesson from work? Have you learned the lesson from your financial situation? Have you learned the lesson from your romantic endeavors? Have you learned? Have you learned anything? What have you learned? Okay, this isn't about you haven't learned enough. The universe wants you to focus on what you've learned, what you already know. Okay, this isn't about you're still learning. What do you already know? It's in reverse. Okay. So there is some type of blockage or slowdown because you're meant to review. Oh, and the tower came out for you. You guys had a tower moment at some point. This is not happening right now. This is not in the future position. This is in the influencing energies. So something happened catastrophically between you and another person in a relationship or at work or in your work environment that you are now being completely reflective about. Okay. You're searching for the deeper sense of purpose in it. You're searching for the, what is this all about, Basil? Like, what is this all about? Why did this happen? What am I meant to learn from this? And you're just being pretty much, retrospective about it. Yeah, okay, so I feel inclined to go to the premeditative notes, which is failure. That's the word that's like failure that's coming up for me right now, okay? And I think in a situation with the relationship, you put the emotional cart before the horse. Because I believe the attempt was to be romantic and to express how you were feeling and just be genuine and authentic. But I think that what ended up happening is as a result of this tower moment, you've pulled that cart back and you're like, no more. No more romantic expressions. No more anything for me with this person. They don't deserve it. Okay, that's what's coming up for me. Yeah. Oh yeah. And you know what? That was part of the notes is you're being overprotective. You're being overprotective. And I believe that as the intimacy in this relationship started to deepen and become more frequent, you just naturally became overprotective. I feel like there was some misunderstandings here, okay? And part of the tower moment dealt with a lot or had to do with a lot of misunderstandings, okay? So let's get more. Oh yeah, and the 10 of Wands is at the bottom of the deck here. Okay, so the basis of the situation is the 10 of Wands is what I'm seeing. So, you guys are almost out of this cycle. That's good. 10 of Wands is the near the end of the cycle of the energy that you're going to expend in this, which is probably why you guys are feeling so heavy and you just don't even have, in the premeditative notes I put, don't even have the energy to pretend. You don't even have the energy to pretend like, you don't have the energy to pretend that you're happy at work. You don't have the energy to put out into the universe that you're happy with your finances. You don't even have the energy to be like, yeah, honey, I love you so much, blah, blah, blah. Like you're literally just like, I just need a break from all of it. I need to check out. I do feel like a message coming through, like it's okay to tell people, like I just need some time or I need a break, instead of letting them find out by separating themselves because you're kind of being pushy away. Crabby, push away. Okay. Coming from the job, you guys are, hello. That was the Knight of Swords. It's in reverse. It's in the past position. I feel like you didn't cut out something that needed to be cut out just yet. And as I'm talking about your crabby grip, right? Out pops the Knight of Swords in reverse. You guys are overburdening yourself with ways to keep this situation. Crabby grip. This is what it is. Crabby grip. I need to hold on. Okay, so if it's the relationship, you're like, no, I'm holding on. You can't move on. I'm not moving on. Nobody's moving anywhere. We're just going to stay right here, even though we're not happy. And we know we're not happy. And I don't know why we're not happy, but we're not happy. I'm not going to be emotionally expressive and tell you that I love you and I want you to stay because I love you. I'm just going to make you stay. You're not allowed to go. Cancer. That's kind of a scary energy. I mean, for me, if I were in a situation like that, it would kind of be like, what? Well, I don't want to be held against my will to stay or made to stay without, like, you know, like you're not going to be expressive. Yeah, I'm getting you feel like I would deserve it. Like the person deserves it, though. There's something that they did to contribute to this Tower moment where you feel like retracting your emotional self is well deserved. Okay? So you didn't cut out, and they didn't cut out. Okay, but you want out emotionally. You want to check out emotionally. Let's put it that way. Or you have checked out emotionally. The 9 of Wands is in reverse in the thoughts and ideas. So you're disconnecting yourself, taking action to disconnect yourself from this kind of burden that you feel. You just feel overworked by the whole thing. So I mean, both of my parents are Cancers, and there's a lot of time, and a lot of my friends are Cancers too. So just be aware. This is personal experience. I'm not necessarily channeling this right this second, but just be aware, Cancers, that people can tell when you're like saying you're busy with work, or that you're, you know, that they can tell something's going on. That's why they're asking, inquiring, or wondering, because they can tell intuitively. They're picking up on it. They're asking you if you're okay, or you're giving off the vibe that you're not okay. You don't have to talk about it. You're right. But if you're going to walk around crabby, people are going to ask you. So don't be more crabby with them because they ask you how you're doing or what's going on. Okay? Yeah, try to remember kindness is a thing. And be patient with yourself and not too hard on yourself or the other people in the situation. Okay. Future position. Ooh. Okay, so in relationship, here's what's not clear to you. Okay, so the 2 of Wands came out first in the future position. So you guys are considering which way to go. Okay, if it's between 2 jobs, then you're trying to figure out which job is going to bring you the most fulfillment, the most happiness. And you're trying to pull from the past situation here of the past lessons, and you're trying to derive your decision from the past lessons because you can't really see the future. It's too hazy. It's too cloudy. So what have you experienced in the past that's going to help you make your decision here and work towards the best outcome? Okay, but in a relationship, what if this is a relationship reading? The 4 of Wands poked itself out, but not fully. It was clouded. It was half covered. Okay, so the energy of the 4 of Wands is there in the relationship, which means some of you viewed this person as a love partnership or soulmate, maybe even a twin flame, okay, because this is the 1111 card. Also, marriage, okay, family, togetherness. But now you're kind of like, well, which way do I go? I'm not so sure that this is what it is anymore. Which way do I go? You're not seeing things clearly, Cancer. You're clouded by your emotions. And take into consideration, some of your emotions are fear. You're afraid to put yourself emotionally out there and back into this relationship. You're afraid to move away from this job that isn't really making you happy or fulfilling you or fulfilling your needs, but because you don't want to try something new, or you're afraid of whatever that is. Now, this isn't for every Cancer. It's not going to resonate with all of you, but I'm just saying, for the Cancers that it does resonate with, fear is a huge deal here. You are just so afraid. I think in the relationship, you're afraid that this person's going to abandon you. Okay? Maybe they are the ones that cut out. You didn't, but they cut out. Okay? They could have cut you down, could have cut out in the past. Okay, and you're afraid that they're going to do it again. And it's gotten to the point where if it's going to happen, you want it to happen on your terms. You want to have more control over how this happens or if it happens. Okay? But there is, in the future position, this is an option. Okay? It is influencing this 2 of Cups decision or 2 of Wands decision. Okay? So, and here again, Five of Pentacles. I swear, Five of Pentacles comes out in readings with towers almost all the time, okay? I can't tell you how connected the sense of disappointment in the 3D world is for people when the tower moment comes to light, okay? So the Five of Pentacles here in the emotional concerns position is in reverse, which means you have some sense that you've moved away from the tower and that things are improving and they're getting better, but you're still not at the Four of Wands energy. You're not reinvested emotionally in either the job, if it's your job, or the love situation. You're not reinvested. Okay, so even though you haven't left the job, you're not totally committed to it. No, committed isn't the right word. Invested. Okay, you're not in it. You're not participating, okay, in the job. You're just there. You're not quitting, but you're not really invested or investing, okay? And in the relationship, it's the same way. You haven't broken up, but you're really not investing. You're really not moving forward. There's no clarity for you right now about which way to move forward. You're stuck in your emotional self. And you're really kind of putting your energy, and I don't want to say wasting your energy, because, I mean, if you find out which path you want to take as a result of this whole process, then it wasn't a waste of energy or a waste of time. Oh, I've got another card that revealed itself here and didn't pop out of the deck. So, well, we're going to leave it there and we're going to see if it comes out. Okay. So how you're viewing the other person right now, or the work situation, okay? Yeah. Five of Wands in reverse in this position. What am I picking up for that? Okay. I think in this situation it is promising, but it's neutral for you. You're kind of neutral, okay? Because you've got the Five of Pentacles in reverse representing this situation, and you've got the Five of Wands in reverse representing the situation as well. Okay, so I think you're kind of like, you see or experience or feel or maybe hope in your mind, you're thinking it's kind of going in the right direction, but you're staying neutral on it. You're just holding at the energy of the Five. Okay, you're not quite at the Six where you're ready to kind of like, woohoo, or let go of whatever happened with the Five. You're still not there yet, okay? That's why the Two of Wands is in the future position and not in the now position, because you know that you have to choose. You can't stay in like this limbo, if you will, forever. You do have to figure it out, but there's some type of blockage. There's something blocking you from figuring out emotionally what's going on with this, okay? Oh, the Fool. Okay, so this is the outcome that you hope for, okay? I think what this represents for you guys is you hope that you can kind of let go of all this stuff and move on and start over. If it's a relationship, it's this person. I think you want to hold on to this person. You don't want to cut them out. You don't want to let go. There's something worth fighting for here. But starting anew and letting go of past hurts and letting go of this tower moment and moving past the tower moment, you guys, to bridge the gap from the Five of Wands and the Five of Pence in reverse, oh, hello, Mercury Retrograde, to the Fool is going to take an act of divine intervention. And I think you guys know this. Maybe that's why you're feeling so overburdened by the situation. Because it's not your normal way to be, or you're going to have to consider, you know, it's just something about it resonates with me as it's not how you usually would go about things, but in order to really have the best outcome, you're really going to have to be the fool. Not play the fool. Oh, don't even have the energy to pretend. So you're not going to play the fool. You're going to have to embody everything that the Fool card represents, you know, which is the, you know, the newness and the excitement, and you're going to have to reconnect with, yeah, you're going to have to reconnect with that again. You're going to have to rekindle it for yourself or with your partner. It's going to have to be rekindled. Okay, so outcome position, outcome card. What do we have coming? Hello. What do we got coming? Outcome of the situation. What's the answer? The outcome. Okay. That's still not clear. You guys, too much Cancer energy. And now I can't even see the answer. I can't tap into what the answer is. Oh, there he is. Look at King of Cups. This is why. This is the card that was flipped in the deck that wasn't revealing itself. There you go. That's the answer. King of Cups. You guys are going to have to come back to yourselves. Reconnect with yourself. So utilize this time of isolation and alone time to just reconnect with the reasons why you got excited about things to begin with. And I'm led back to the premeditative shuffle notes, which is overcome your fears, okay? And understand that you're jumping to conclusions. Okay, emotional cart before the horse. You don't really have any evidence of what you're feeling. Okay? It's over dramatic, really, because there's no clarity. It's hazy right now and it's cloudy. So there's the inability to see too far ahead into the future. So you do kind of have to, you know, be the fool. You kind of have to not really plan for too much of the future and just kind of take it as it comes. But in order to move forward, you have to fall in love with this person again, or admit that you're still in love with them and that you really want to move forward with this person, or fall back in love with your job, or admit that you're still in love with your job and you never wanted to leave. It just was this set of circumstances that got blown out of proportion that made you feel like you wanted to disconnect from it because it's too much. Oh, and the Eight of Wands is at the bottom of the deck here. I feel like just sit tight. Change is coming, and it's going to come through and move through swiftly. You guys will see. I feel like you guys will see what the right action to take is, and you'll put your action and energies in the right place, and it'll move swiftly and clear. Okay? Hope that resonates with some of you guys. Cancer, that's your Mercury retrograde reading. I appreciate you guys watching and tuning in. Click subscribe. I love seeing the numbers go up for the subscribers. It's excellent. Every time I sign in, I get to see more and more subscribers. I love you guys, subbies. Click the notification bell so that you guys get notified of any new uploaded content from me and from Project Fev. I've got lots of new stuff coming in, including personal readings. Probably by, if not tomorrow, then definitely by sometime midweek, I will have information on how to get a personal private reading with me, or extended readings We'll see how this all goes, you guys. Thank you. Bye.